Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers talking about queer movies, camp classics, and other things we've watched on the screen. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are
We did
you?
that. Good. We are going to talk in this episode about things we have watched recently. But before we do that, we have a drink.
We do have a beverage, a large beverage.
Yeah, this is a Smirnoff Vodka Crush.
Interesting.
Mango and peach flavoured.
Smirnoff vodka and natural fruit flavours.
I think it's going to be more on the soda side of things than
Okay.
the lemonade side of things. But I was thinking, as I attempted to fit it into our 2 drink cinema stubby holder,
Yes.
which are available online or at our live events at Pride of Our Footscray, 2out3brothers.com/RP live. Drinking a 440ml can feels cheap.
Yeah, I feel a bit boganic.
I feel a bit like if I was 17 years old right now,
I'd love it.
I would be sitting in a field at the end of my friend's street drinking this.
Yeah, okay.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
A
feeling
field
right now.
at the end of my friend's street. Okay.
That's what kids do.
I thought they just played Fortnite.
They do these days,
Don't know.
actually. The
All
children.
right. Well, should we give it a go and see if the kids would like it?
Okay.
Oh, good can.
Yeah, and in sync.
Cheers.
Cheers, Smirnoff Vodka Crush.
Ooh.
It's fake AF. No, which is weird because it says, and natural fruit flavours.
That is not that good.
The peach is strong. The balance of
Oh.
mango to peach is not great.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. It's too sweet. I can't believe I said that. Because it's fake sweet.
But it's
Oh,
not.
That's
It's
not nice.
natural fruit
I hope
flavours.
they were on special.
They would have been cheaper if I'd had the BWS app.
Oh, we could have had a BO.
Yeah, but would have been stuff. I hate trying to download an app in a store the other
Yeah,
day.
true.
I tried to do it when I was at a pub last week for dinner because it's like if you order, you get a 10% off and then you get the points, right? One of those apps.
Okay, yeah.
But it wouldn't let me add the card. And I was trying to do it and then the guy started to serve me. And I was just like committed to trying to get this app. And so I kept going. And then after I paid and walked off, I was like, that guy thinks I'm really rude. Because I was on my phone the whole time.
Yeah.
I was ordering. He doesn't know that I was trying to download his dumb app.
Yeah, okay.
And having done a lot of work in hospo, I fucking hate people that are on their phone.
And it's that thing as well. It's like the same one when they say, oh, do you have your grilled relish membership handy?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, let me go into the app. And then I'm not logged in. And so then I have to log in.
Yeah.
It happened to me the other day at H&M. Do you have your membership? I'm like, I'm on the website. I don't know where I'm going, mate.
No one has their grilled membership handy.
You can add it to your Apple Wallet, which I've now done.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's fine.
I'll need to add mine to my Google Wallet because I went to Grilled last night
Did you see a movie?
for dinner. No.
Oh, okay.
After our band rehearsal, we either
Right.
go to Dumplings or Grilled,
Okay.
depending on 2 factors. One, is the gluten-free person in our group attending dinner?
Then you go to grilled.
Then it's Grilled.
Yep.
2, have we finished rehearsal later than 8:35?
Then you go to dumplings.
Because if we have later than 8:35, it can't be Dumplings.
Oh.
Because their kitchen closes at 9, but if we
Right.
ever get there later than 8:41, the staff are very much like, our kitchen closes at 9.
Okay. Right.
But sometimes when it's just me and the conductor, because we both have a little bit of the tism, we know our order. Like we sit down and we're like, pork dumplings, pork belly,
Pork and
lemon
prawn,
lime
thank you.
bitters, lemonade. Done. I
Done.
can order in a minute. But
Call ahead.
if we finish early enough, we go to dumplings. If we finish later, or the gluten-free person's there, we go to grilled.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Because then they can get the cardboard.
Yes.
A grilled.
They
yep.
get the little
the
cardboard
round disc.
bun.
Yeah.
I ordered... We're here to talk about movies.
Yes. Well, I could talk about grilled. I went there last week as well.
One thing we've noticed...
David, they do a good sweet potato fry.
They do a good sweet potato fry. Grill went through a little phase where their chips weren't as good. They weren't
Okay.
as herbaceous, particularly at the one we go to
Sometimes
after
there's
band.
too much herb and salt.
Sometimes too much herb. I don't know about salt. Where did we go the other day that had chips and it had some salt and something sweet on it?
Was it me?
I think Shane and I went to the sports bar at Crown
Okay.
and they had something other than salt on their chips.
Chicken salt?
No.
Sugar?
I'm Australian. I know what chicken salt tastes
Paprika?
like. It had a bit of sweetness.
Okay.
I was
Interesting.
almost going to wonder
Ask.
whether or not they've got the little container confused and mislabeled on
Right,
on the
okay.
pass.
Yep.
And we've just got some French fries with sugar and aioli.
Okay.
I didn't ask. I just ate them.
Did you see a movie at Crown?
I did see a movie at Crown.
There we go. We got there eventually, everybody.
I went to see,
Captain America.
hopefully, Harrison Ford's last movie, Captain America.
Ooh, okay.
New World Order? What's it called?
New World? Brave
No,
New World?
Brave New World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Captain America 4, as it is in a lot of places.
Fuck it now.
Um,
And it doesn't have Chris Evans in it?
no, because he's not Captain America anymore. He died.
Oh, well, spoiler.
It's 35 Marvel.
I'm only up to Doctor Strange.
The Captain America 4, Brave
Yep.
New World, with Sam as Captain America, which, if you've watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, makes sense. I haven't. I still managed. I knew because I've seen Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
Chris Evans wasn't Captain America anymore.
Well, there's the spoiler of which movie it's in.
That Sam is now Captain America, and he's good.
So Captain America's like a post, not a person. It's like a title.
Well,
it's
it
like
is now.
007.
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always
But
comic
unlike 007, Captain America can be black.
can be played by a black guy. Yes.
Yeah.
and could potentially be played by a woman.
Ooh.
Not in the foreseeable future.
Oh, no. They've already got at least 3 women.
Yeah, and they're not, because of Nerd Boys, won't make another woman-centered movie in quite a while. But Captain America New World Order, I thought was good.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't in the bottom half of the Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. Harrison Ford, even though I said should be his last movie, I thought was good at the end. As it was coming along, I was like, Harrison, you're done. But then at the end, I was like, no,
Means he turns into Red Hulk.
that was passable.
Okay.
He does turn into Red Hulk. I didn't quite guess how he turned into Red Hulk. I knew he would.
Because it's in the trailer.
Yep. And Captain America was good. The new guy that plays Falcon is okay.
Not Sebastian Stan.
No, Sebastian Stan is in there as a cameo because he's going to be a congressman, but then he's also coming up in a Marvel movie later in the year, The Thunderbolts.
So there's too much going on.
Which
As a different character.
no, same character.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But I think it's set in a slightly different timeline. So the Thunderbolts I'm looking forward to a little bit more than I was looking forward to New World Order.
Brave New World, yep.
Brave New World, fuck. But we were at Crown and we had a village voucher.
Okay.
So we went to see New World Order.
Brave New World.
Brave
New World Order is that band from the 80s.
Thank you. In between going to see Tina the Musical
Okay.
and the Australian Shakespeare Company's production of Hamlet in the
Jesus
Royal
Christ.
Botanic Gardens. So we had quite a cultured weekend. What else do you want to hear me talk about? If you're a Marvel fan, go and see Captain America 4 and you won't be disappointed. If you're
Okay.
a hardcore Marvel fan, you won't be disappointed because there's no female lead in it. So you won't be able to hate on it like you hated on
Okay.
the Marvels. And
But you won't get to see Chris Evans in the t-shirt that's way too tight for him.
you won't get to see America's ass, Chris Evans.
Is he America's ass?
That's a joke from a movie you haven't seen yet.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No.
Oh.
Avengers Endgame or the one before it?
Age of Ultron.
No. There were the last
Infinity
two,
War.
Infinity War. It's from one of those.
Okay.
Anyway, you haven't seen it yet. You got 15 more movies before you get to that.
Jesus. I might give up.
It's
I might
good.
give up on my Marvel watch. Like, I have got to Doctor Strange, and I have your voice in my head going, Doctor Strange is crap. And so I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it.
Yeah. It's... Nah.
Anyway, I'll watch it eventually. Whatever.
Captain America 4 is very watchable in amongst the Marvel thing. The story is not as strong as it could be. I don't think they're adding as many connections to other movies now as they have been. Like, it helps if you've watched Falcon and Winter Soldier because they are both in it. And it probably helps if you have watched the Edward Norton Hulk
Oh, Jesus.
because Liv Tyler is in it. For like one scene.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Maybe that's a spoiler. And anyway, if you're a Marvel fan, go and watch it. It's a good Marvel movie. In a couple of months, it'll be on Disney Plus. You can watch it there if you don't want to go to the cinema.
Yep.
Have you been to the cinema recently?
Have I been to the cinema recently?
We haven't talked about a lot of Oscar movies that you've seen.
Okay, so I've caught up on some Oscar movies.
We talked briefly about them in our awards preview, but you haven't gone into detail.
So I watched the most recent ones I watched the Brazilian movie I'm Still Here, which is very good.
Okay.
And the acting is very good. And you have to read it, though. That's the only downside. But no, it's quite a good movie. It's a bit slow at times, but it's serious, so you have to.
What are we like? Couldn't we do away with Best International Feature as an Academy?
Why?
Well, because this is nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, it's nominated for both.
So why does it need a separate category? If it's good enough, just be nominated.
So would you get rid of animated movie as well?
Well, we even talked in our. You want to add a voice acting category, but
Yeah.
I think they should just be considered actors.
Yeah, but they are. But would you? So you wouldn't have a best animated film?
I suppose that's a different genre.
Yeah, but it's still a movie.
That's true.
So if you're nominated for best picture, if you're Up or Toy Story 3,
yeah,
you can't be nominated for both.
I just don't know about the nominated for both thing.
It does make it a bit obvious.
Because if you are nominated for Best Picture,
Yeah.
and then Best International Feature, or they don't call it foreign language anymore,
Yeah.
you're nominated for that. The other ones are just like, well, what the fuck?
Well, it's like when the Grammys come around and Beyonce's nominated for best album of the year,
Yeah,
and then is the only country album nominated for album of the year and country album.
yeah,
And people are like, oh, surprised she won. I'm like, well,
yeah.
it's probably different people that vote on it. I don't know if it is. Anyway, controversial.
But anyway, it's good.
Yeah.
The acting is very good.
The acting's good. It's a very good story. It's interesting based on a true story. So,
It's not going to tip Conclave, though.
no,
Okay.
he doesn't have a chance of winning
Okay.
Best Picture.
It'll win Best International.
It might win, well, because everybody hates Amelia Perez now.
Yeah.
So it'll be between the two of them. Her acting's very good, but she's just not getting enough of the oomph that Mikey Madison and Demi Moore are getting.
Yeah.
And then I watched The Apprentice.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Sebastian Stan.
It's good.
Yep.
I don't like Jeremy Strong.
Oh. In this? In
Like,
general?
I just don't like him.
Okay. I like him in The Kingsman.
That's Mark Strong.
Oh.
Jeremy Strong's Succession.
Yeah.
And he just takes himself a bit too seriously.
That's why I was surprised, because I thought Mark Strong is someone you would like.
I've seen him in The Kingsman.
Yeah.
And maybe the first Sherlock Holmes 15 years ago. I don't know.
Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong is a very good actor, but he's just too serious.
Does he insist upon himself?
He does insist upon himself. And Sebastian Stan's very good. Like, they're both very good, and the story's just like, yeah, we get it. He's meant to be an asshole, but he's not yet. But he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's like little ha-ha dig jokes that I really didn't like. Because he's talking about politics, and then someone's like, would you ever run for office? And he's like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, fuck off, really?
Oh, can I use that as a segue? Have you said enough about The Apprentice?
Yeah, it's good. It's not going to win anything. Go.
The jokes like that are the reason I think both of us have stopped watching Ghosts.
I'm still watching.
Well,
The British one?
Yeah, I stopped watching the American one after one episode, and I was like, I'll try the British one. And the British one is better, except the old manor lady is a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But the jokes that are digs at thing that the ghosts have missed out on. One,
Yeah.
sometimes they shouldn't be things that they've missed out on because people have been living in that house the whole time they've been haunting it.
Yeah, so it would be like they would the ones that were there pre-moon landing
Yeah.
would have known because that's all they would have talked about.
Yes, the people living in the house at the time.
They'd all
But
know
also-
about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard because that's what the people living in the house would have talked about.
Yeah. But also, like, the couple that have just moved in, that's not the first computer they're seeing. But they all act like they don't know what a keyboard
Yeah,
is.
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then they have jokes like, to keep them occupied, she puts on Friends on
Yep.
the DVD player, and they all act like, what is this thing? I'm like, CDs have been around
Yeah.
for 40 years at this point. But then the poety guy makes the joke like, oh, Rachel something. And then he's like, oh, I think it's something about her hair that I love so.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the Rachel. I'm like,
Yeah.
those jokes I don't like.
Yeah. They're meta-ly.
No, they're not. They're lazy.
Okay.
I
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
I don't sit. It's not for me. It's not like laugh out loud comedy, but it's
No.
like a decent show that I'll put on when I need to have 20 minutes to spare.
That's where I think St. Dennis is going to come for me because I've seen
okay.
clips of that on Reels.
It's this new thing that nobody's ever tried before called a mockumentary. Is it?
Well, the description
I,
says
I feel like it is.
the description says it's a sitcom
Okay.
based in a poor hospital,
Yeah.
and the clips that I've seen on Reels are funny, which is risky because I thought the same about Ghosts. That could be the only funny bits.
It's like when you put
Are
all
the
the
bits
funny
they
bits in
share
a
on
trailer.
Reels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give St. Dennis a go. It's not on a streaming other than 7+.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to have to watch it with ads.
Oh,
And the annoying thing about streaming on 7+ is that it's the same ad every ad break.
it is.
It's just
It's like when we catch up on
ad
maths.
the same time.
And we're like, we get it. I'm not voting for you, though.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
We get it. Peter Dutton, you used to be a cop and then you were a small business owner and then you did something else and now you want to be our Prime Minister. Fuck
yeah,
off.
well, let's not talk about politics.
Anyway, it's an annoying ad.
So
It
I'm gonna
looks like
give-
Voldemort, whatever.
I'm going to give St. Dennis a go.
I'll give it a go.
then I'll
Because the
report back
woman in
next
it's
month.
funny. The main woman.
Yes.
I can't remember her
I've
name,
seen
but she's
her
funny.
in Fargo,
Okay. I want to say, is she the one from Bridesmaids?
the TV show Fargo.
Okay.
Season 1.
Yeah, right. Kirsten Dunst.
Not Frances McDormand.
No.
From the movie.
I know it's not Frances McDormand.
What have you watched TV wise? Speaking of Ghosts and St. Dennis.
Other than binging a lot of ER,
Standard.
which will surprise no one,
Yeah.
but I'm nearly done. And this is where it's going a bit downhill.
Who's popped up recently in your ERs?
Kiki Palmer.
Oh.
She was in an episode, right? This is how, okay. I love ER.
Yes, we are well aware.
I love ER because it's not overly Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, Grey's
It's like
Anatomy.
a legitimate medical show, but you care about the people and their problems.
Did Grey's Anatomy, to use a phrase that I taught you in a recent episode, did Grey's Anatomy
Insist upon itself?
jump the shark at any point? Or has it just gotten like step by step?
I forgot what Jump the Shark meant.
Jump the shark means there was like a moment where it went too far past believability.
Oh, yeah, when the
and got
people
silly.
got trapped in cement.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it lost me.
and then
And now it's
after
been
that-
going for 23 more seasons.
Okay, so it jumped the shark early,
Yeah.
but doesn't
For me, anyway.
doesn't insist upon it.
No, it's a bit too, this is not how a hospital works. And they're all
Ellen
sleeping
Pompeo
with each other.
still in it?
She was there. She got COVID. She nearly died again for the 10th time. And then she...
Character or-
No, character.
Character, I was going to say.
And then she left and I think she came back. Anyway, I'm not watching it. I'm
Is she
watching
just
it.
hanging around until they back pay her for all of the years that she's
Probably.
been well underpaid for the title character?
Probably. Kiki Palmer
Yeah.
was in it.
Kiki Palmer.
And she was in the episode that was Noah Wiley, Dr. John Carter's last episode.
Oh,
And so she
Varley,
was
did he
like,
die?
no, he left to go to Africa to be with Tandy Newton.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was his last ever patient.
Oh.
And then it turned out, by a twist of fate, that she was born at the hospital and he delivered her when he was a medical student.
Oh, in season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1?
Yeah, season 1.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, oh, but also really.
Yeah.
The parents are like, you don't
Oh.
remember us, do you? It's like, bitch, I've worked here for 12 years. 3 weeks ago, a helicopter crash landed in our ambulance bay and landed on our chief of surgery. I'm sorry I don't remember you. That was a great episode.
That is an iconic episode. I remember that.
And then Serena Williams is in it. She lived near a place in the middle of Chicago where a plane crashed.
I've got the theme song running in my head right now.
No, that's All Saints. Sorry.
Speaking
Other
of
than
Australian TV. Oh my goodness, big
I've
news.
watched something on Australian TV, but go.
No, big news. All Saints made me remember it.
Oh,
Big news in Australian classic 90s TV recently.
Healers.
We're doing a GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah, we need $3 million.
Listeners, chip in $3 million
Yep.
to buy the house that was used as the external only for Mount Thomas
Yes.
Police Station
Yep.
in the series Blue Healers. It's a 5-bedroom house.
Yep.
One is PJ's office, one is Tom's office, one's the interview room.
Yeah. 2 are the cells.
2 with the cells.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Chris doesn't bring you lunch every day, but you are walking distance to some good pubs in actual Williamstown. Not
That's
Mount
where
Thomas.
you would actually walk.
Yeah.
In real life, you could do that.
You could
Chris
walk
would work at customs.
to a pub.
Yep.
Maybe the Packet.
Okay.
But yeah, it wouldn't be the actual Imperial because that is in Castlemaine, which is about a 17-hour walk from Williamstown. So if you want to donate,
Yeah.
get in touch. There's a tip button in the episode description. We're going to raise $3 million and buy that house. It's iconic.
Yeah.
And do you know what is hilarious? Some people have no idea about house prices in Melbourne at the moment.
Yes.
So many Facebook comments. Also, Facebook comments generally have no idea about a lot of things.
Yeah.
They were saying, $3 million. The TV show wasn't even that big. They're just
Excuse
adding so
me?
much because it was based on a TV show. It's not worth it. I'm like, a 5-bedroom house in
Five-bedroom
Williamstown?
walking distance to the pier.
Yeah. Any 5-bedroom house in Williamstown is going to cost $3 million.
Yeah, especially in that, that's Williamstown.
That's proper old,
Next
proper
street
Williamstown.
over from the Strand.
Yeah. Heritage listed area,
The
Williamstown.
Strand. Nelson Parade.
It's
Anyway.
it's a $3 million house, regardless
Yeah,
of the fact
if I had the money, I'd buy it.
that Maggie Doyle worked there for 10 years.
Oh, but is it reconstructed after it got blown up with Clancy in it?
Oh, Clancy.
Anyway, off topic. But speaking of Australian
It
TV,
is TV.
there's a new Australian TV show on Stan called Invisible Boys.
Has that got the guy from Boy Meets World on it? No, that's a different
No,
show.
it's gays.
Gays.
Gays
So-
in WA.
Relevant
Yeah.
to Rainbow Popcorn.
So I've started watching that. It's okay so far. I'm about 3 episodes in.
The Socials says I have to watch it.
The socials say oh my God, it's amazing. It's the best TV show about gays that Australia's ever made. I mean, that's probably true. That's one to choose from.
Yeah, it's a short list.
But it's
There's
good.
that gay kid in the new version of Heartbreak High. Are they counting that?
Oh, I don't know. But no, it is good. I'll just see where it goes.
All right. Is it invisible because
Peter
they're
Miranda's in it.
closeted?
They just feel invisible, I think.
Okay.
They haven't got to that yet. They haven't said the name of the TV show in the TV show yet.
Ella Brandy's in it, you said. I
Yeah.
talked over that.
Yeah, Pia Miranda's in
Pia
it.
Miranda.
She plays one of the boys' mums and she's very religious.
Iconic for
And
anybody
it's-
who did Year 9 English in
Yeah.
Australia.
You're driving me home in a panel van.
In a panel van.
And
So,
it's
okay
set-
so far.
Okay, so far. It's set like 2017 during marriage equality plebiscite.
Okay.
So it's all, everybody's talking about it and it's a sin, blah, blah, blah. So she's Greek. Is he Greek, that one? Yeah, he's Greek, sure. Or Italian. So they're very, like, conservative, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But there's some interesting bits in it that it's like, no. But anyway.
All right. I'll add it to the list because we
The
should
episodes
watch
are pretty short as well. So it's not like an hour-long episode. I reckon
Yeah,
they're only
okay.
like half an hour.
Speaking of short episodes, I'm rewatching Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
Great show.
Yep.
And it's just gotten to the point, we've just started season 4.
Oh, he's gay.
So I've just gotten to the point where I get to turn to Shane and go, growth. Every time the characters, like, because they're
That's when you
starting
stop
to
hating them.
settle, and they've just gotten rid of the big family portrait, and
Yeah. Alexis
Moira
is at school.
and Johnny stick up for the town in that dinner with their old friends
Ah,
where Roland
yeah.
and Jocelyn and are. I love Jocelyn. And yeah, growth.
Cool.
So I'm getting ready to cry
Okay.
at the end of the seasons as we go. Movies, I've watched a few others.
Okay.
So I can rattle some off and you can tell me whether or not you want me to talk about any. But have you seen any more that you want to talk about before I ramble on? Okay. I watched Charlie's Angels.
Skip.
I watched the original Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz,
Yeah.
Bill Murray, Crispin Glover, Sam Rockwell, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh,
She's
really?
in one scene.
Destiny's Child.
Yes. Do you remember the scene where they have to get into the server?
No.
And she pretends to be this, like, a bit Lucy Liu, a bit dominatrixy professional development presenter?
I remember when they did the, like, slow motion dancing or fighting that they then took the piss out of in Scary Movie 2.
Okay.
And that there was somebody on a boat.
I've watched it. I like it. It's a bit piss take of itself.
Yeah, okay.
There's a little bit of exploitation of the good lookingness of the women.
Yes.
But then that's also flipped with every time they bat their eyelids or, unzip a little bit of cleavage, every man in the movie does exactly what the women want them to do.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they kind of have gotten around exploiting the sexiness of them. Mm-hmm. I watched Wedding Crashers
Why?
because it was on.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's just there's no depth to it. I also watched... This is one I recommend to people.
Yep.
So a friend and I were going to watch a movie and we were talking about that scene in Abbott Elementary where she hosts the party and she has the movie room showing We're the Millers. And she's like, it's no one's first choice, but trust me, watch it. You'll really like it. So we were talking about We're the Millers. We were about to watch We're the Millers. And I was like, another one that's like this that I think people underrate is Game Night.
Okay.
With Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams
Yep.
in it. And it's very funny
Okay.
because it is good. You'll get why I like it. Because it's good as
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know
bit
what you're
of
going to
a
say.
action
As
thriller
an action
mystery.
thriller, but it's also good as a game.
It's also good as a comedy and also good as a bit of a piss taking about people who take Game Night too seriously.
Okay.
Of which we know
Do they play Jumanji?
some. They do not play Jumanji.
Damn.
We will watch that Kristen Wiig sketch later.
Okay, great.
Because something we've watched half of together is SNL 50.
Yeah.
And Kristen Wiig's amazing.
Kristen Wiig is hilarious.
All we've seen of her so far is Junice.
And I'm Janice. Yeah.
But it
That
is
was
great.
pretty spot on.
I'm waiting. We're going to watch the second half after we record this episode. I'm waiting because I hope Target Lady comes.
You'd think she would. Okay, so this is the problem with SNL 50. Ha ha, funny. Yay, every celebrity is there.
Yeah.
Except Dan Aykroyd.
And the dead ones.
And well, yeah, I'm sorry, John Belushi's not there.
Yeah.
What if Jim shows up? Ugh.
Ooh.
Um,
Jim Belushi from Blues Brothers 2000.
yeah, and from According to Jim.
Yeah.
It's a celebration of a TV show that was clearly made for the fans of the show, like
Yes.
long-term ones, because there's a lot of then characters that were obviously in sketch or recurring characters that then come back just for a tiny little bit. And I don't get a lot of those references, except Domingo.
We don't have a lot of the history of SNL, partly because we haven't really watched it, but also it's blocked on YouTube. So even if
Yes.
like we wanted to watch a sketch,
Yeah.
NBC has made it so we can't watch it. But SNL 50 is on binge, and there have been moments that are funny. The Domingo one is good. I heard for the second time ever the actual real version of Espresso that wasn't
That's that me
related to an,
espresso.
that
Yeah.
wasn't related to an SNL sketch, and
Shit song.
hilariously,
It's boring.
you know, Ariana Grande did it in the original sketch, and Sabrina Carpenter did it in the SNL 50 sketch. Hearing them sing badly
Yeah.
deliberately is hilarious. Seeing the Facebook comments say, "Oh my God, Sabrina Carpenter's a terrible singer," is somewhere between hilarious and sad.
Yeah.
And then Marcelo Hernandez is obviously funny and attractive, and Bad Bunny makes an
Look.
appearance as well.
I know Bad Bunny. I haven't.
From his music, his films, or his thirst traps.
I just know him.
Okay.
Right? He's just around.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of him, but I think I
If you
might
do a
start
couple
looking
of-
into it.
If you do a couple of Google searches, you'll see a lot of him.
Yeah, okay, well, there we go. You've got a new fan, Bad.
He.
Or do I call him Bunny? That sounds creepy.
That's, you can ask him in private later.
Sure.
Pedro Pascal is there too, and it is obviously a very iconic show.
Yep.
Very funny. There has admittedly been some up and downs, and if you ask a lot of people now, it's not in
Probably
an
a
up
few problematic
stage.
things.
One sketch that we're going to get to when we watch it is their In Memoriam sketch segment,
Okay.
which is apparently all of the problematic sketches
Oh,
that they
okay.
had to put down.
Yep.
And so I think that will be an interesting look, because sometimes comedy doesn't age well.
She popped up a bit on the half that we've watched, and I miss Cecily Strong.
Yeah.
I miss her. I miss Kristen Wiig. Where's Kate McKinnon?
Kate
She'll
McKinnon
come back.
Hasn't popped up
Not
on there yet.
forever. She'll pop up soon.
She'll pop up on there.
They fucked up one though. Like, okay, the sketches, haha. It for me, what we've seen so far, it felt a bit forced. Of, oh, this is one we have to get in. We'll just write something, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
Like it's not coming naturally. Like Black Jeopardy was not
Yes.
funny.
That, as soon as Black Jeopardy came on, you said Tom Hanks has to be in this one.
Yeah.
And then Tom Hanks did come in this one.
Although Eddie Murphy was funny.
Eddie Murphy was funny in that. Tom Hanks did come on, and two fails, right? The audience didn't cheer.
Yeah.
Like, Peyton Manning stood up. Fred stood up
Yeah.
in the audience, and people cheered him.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks
Yep.
walked on to the Black Jeopardy sketch, and the audience didn't cheer. But then they also didn't write him very funny jokes. And
No.
it didn't call back to
And it just did it once.
the original sketch
Yep.
that made that character so good. The flip on Domingo with Pedro Pascal's Fernando was funny.
Yep.
And we got up to Weekend Update,
Yep.
which was funny. And Bill Murray, even though we're not a huge fan, was funny in that. What he wrote for that was funny. And Colin Jost and Michael Shea do have good chemistry
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
I think they are good. I think Weekend Update's probably the most consistently funny bit of the show.
I feel like I haven't written sketch comedy since I was 17 years old. Okay? So that gives listeners an idea of what kind of sketches those might have been.
Yeah.
I feel like Weekend Update is an easier write than a full sketch.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you can take
You just bang
a news
bang.
story. You
Yep.
just need, this is an actual headline. This is a punchline. This is an actual headline. This is a punchline. Here, Colin, I've written something racist for you to say to me, Michael Shea. And I'm not saying it's overly formulaic. It is formulaic, and it has to be, and that's what the segment is.
Yeah.
But it does make it a bit of an easier write than a full sketch. But also, there are references within American culture that we don't get.
Yeah.
And
That's
true. But regardless of all that, it is an iconic show. And for any show to be on for 50 years is great.
Amy Poehler and Tina Fey were there.
They were
That
great.
was good.
One of the highlights of their segment for me was Jerry Seinfeld absolutely pissing himself laughing at everything Julia Louis-Dreyfus said.
Yeah, still obviously a fan.
Still obviously a fan. I haven't seen him laugh that much since season 1 of Seinfeld when he was laughing at his own jokes.
He was trying to not laugh. Yeah, yeah.
I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
She's outstanding. And
Well, according to the Variety, her in Veep is the greatest television acting performance of the 21st century.
wow. And that's 25 years of TV.
Yeah, and I get it. And it's a comedy.
She is outstanding.
Like, it's not someone from Game of Thrones.
And it's not Breaking Bad.
It's not Breaking Bad. Yeah.
I saw on my feed the other day, the algo popped it up for me, was a section of her speech when she won the Lincoln Center Award, the Mark Twain Prize
Kennedy.
for comedy.
Kennedy Center.
Well, they won't be doing that anymore.
Well, they're not going to name a theatre after Lincoln Lee. That's like naming a pool after Harold Holt.
Oh, hang on. That did happen.
That's funny.
The Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for comedy. And it was probably one of the least funny bits of it, but I laughed and it made me want to watch the whole thing again.
I loved that she opened with, I got invited and I tried to write to Mark Twain. I recently heard of his passing.
Yeah.
And my thoughts go out to his family, especially Shania.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The bit that they showed was, it's great to have Lisa Kudrow here, opening for me just like Friends opened for Seinfeld for all those years. And just like back then, Jerry has all the money.
Yeah.
But then, and my beautiful, amazing Tony Hale, if I wasn't already married, and Keegan wasn't already married, and you weren't already married, I would definitely ask you your opinion on any man I was considering marrying.
Yeah. Anyway.
The writing and the
just
delivery
quote
of
the whole
those
thing,
things.
or-
Well, just watch it. I'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah.
No, don't. You're already on YouTube. You can find it yourself. Speaking of 50 years, I had a segue and then we tangented off from it. 50 years is amazing for any show to make it. Neighbours will not make it.
Oh.
It has been cancelled again.
Are we surprised?
After
Chriselle from Selling Sunset couldn't save it, Lee. Nobody can. I don't know what the fuck that was. She's been on The Traders,
okay,
so that's how I know who she is.
so 40 years of Neighbours with a 8-month hiatus, but it's done.
Oh, well.
That's it.
That's it. That's a great note to end on. You know what else came out 50 years ago, Lee?
What?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
coming up at our
Yeah.
next live event for Rainbow Popcorn Live at Pride of our Footscray. Get your tickets, get your costumes,
Ooh, get your costumes ready.
and
My lab coat's in the mail.
join us for something fun. I was trying to think of a line from the movie.
We're all waiting with Antissa.
Oh, I was going to say something about absolute pleasure.
Ah, but then that would be weird.
Yeah. I have a lab coat in the
Great.
costume store over there, but I have hot glue gunned a whole lot of black feathers to it. For when I went to a Schitt's Creek party and dressed as Moira
Okay.
from The Crows Have Eyes 3, the Crowaning.
Crowaning. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Anyway, that's not what we're doing live. We're watching Rocky Horror Picture Show with our live commentary and sing-along and costumes.
Yep.
Probably awards for Best Dressed.
Yeah, we will.
Why not? So get your tickets now for that. But before that is In and Out.
Yes.
So we segued, and then we've got to do another segue to talk about In and Out, starring Kevin Kline, Joan Cusack, and
And a lot of
Tom
other
Selleck.
great people.
A lot of other great people. So come along to our live commentary for that. So that's Thursday, the 6th of March, next Thursday.
Yep.
Grab your tickets and come and see us then. I also watched Queer,
Oh, okay.
but we're out of time.
We are.
So let's talk about that. It insists upon itself.
Oh, fuck.
One line review. It is the absolute meandering
Jesus, that's a big
story
word.
that you would expect from male-written American literary fiction.
Now I don't want to watch it.
Yeah. Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Leek. How do you spell bad bunny?